I'm a bit late, but Happy New Year's DF! Exclamation point. I was wondering if you guys could share what games you're anticipating this year, as well as what videos you're most excited to create, time permitting. I always enjoy it when Alex goes in depth in his tech focus videos. Any more of those on the cards? I think we talked about our games that we're excited about in the last Direct. I think we're pretty clear about that. But this concept of what videos we'd like to create in 2024, I do find quite an interesting topic. Actually, it talks about Alex. I'm going to go to you first, John. I mean, what stuff would you like to do in the year of our Lord's 2024?
Well, I have some cool DF retros that I want to make. Obviously, I don't want to spoil what they are yet, just in case it doesn't happen. But
that's a weird thing, isn't it? Because we often promise videos and never have the time to do them. And it upsets
don't tell the audience that.
I don't like to do that. And that's, I kind of almost fell in that with the Forza versus GT thing, which I'm glad I did in the end. But, I might have been able to weasel out of it if I hadn't promised it. But, which, again, glad I did not, because it was a cool video to make. But, more retro stuff, of course. That's kind of always big on my plans, is just finding ways that I can get the time to make those types of videos that I enjoy, finding new topics that I've not covered before necessarily. That's exciting. I wish there was a way to do more. I want to go harder on looking at displays in the future. Obviously, just like, I wish there was a way to get my hands on something for testing, and then like a place to go that actually has this stuff available. I don't know. But there's a lot of stuff happening in that space, but which would be fun to look at in more detail. I was thinking about I want to make sure people have been asking to comment more on HDR implementations in games, which is something I've been thinking about adding in. I don't know if I can provide as meaningful analysis because I don't necessarily have the tools to do so, but at least sharing thoughts on how HDR is implemented. Because I do find, weirdly enough, that HDR in games has kind of gotten worse. It almost feels that way to some degree, where when I look at all the games that have the best HDR, they're all older at this point. Yeah. So I kind of want to make a priority out of HDR again, just to make sure that people understand it is still valuable, and there's more HDR displays sold every day. Beyond that, I would like to hopefully do more stuff with you guys. I have some videos I want to make based on stuff I did in Japan last year that I haven't had time to do yet. I have some cool filmed footage and interview stuff and some neat B-roll showing behind the scenes kind of things that I would like to integrate into some kind of a video. Stuff like that.
Okay, Alex, this Octolima here is interested in tech focus. Are you interested?
Yeah, I think the one tech focus video that I see talked about in comments, and the one that I've mentioned I want to do in the past, is like the VRR is not a savior video. It wouldn't be very long though. Like tech focus videos tend to be a little bit longer. This one is actually a little bit simple, and it's the thing about it is it couldn't really be shown on YouTube. It would be a lot of discussing and talking about why. Because I can't show VRR on YouTube. Just can't. So
that's a challenge you're going to have to address.
There's some way we get around that in the future. I want to do that. I would love to do that this year at some point. And that one's a shorter video because I could just write that out almost like in a day. And it's a matter of just getting myself in front of the camera to talk about it at that point in time. I did talk how I really want to do, this would probably fall under actually the DF Retro moniker at that point in time, but the PhysX Greatest Hits, I feel like that's like a video that should be made, because there's so much to be said there about GPU physics, the entire history of it, why it's different than the other things that you see nowadays. And I think we have a great relationship with NVIDIA that we could even get people who worked on PhysX to probably talk about it, or I could contact them through LinkedIn, etc., get some really good views on that direct from the source. And I think that would be an amazing video. That would have a longer production time though, because like John knows, when you capture anything that is just like a generic theme, like PhysX, like, okay, well, who's going to go back and record all the games? Oh, that's me.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh no, that's so many games, is what you think. So that's a longer video, not including the scripting. That's a long.
You're getting those
video.
exact shots that you want to use in a video too. Like the amount of work it takes just to like. Sometimes you're like, oh, I just want to show this 5-second clip of some very specific thing.
Yeah,
that can mean hours of time.
Yeah, it's like hours into a game maybe already.
Oh
like,
gosh, so that stuff.
Yeah, I remember when for doing the Global Illumination Tech Focus video, I wanted to show off, Remember Me? And I was like, okay, where do I find parallax aligned cube maps in this game? And it took like 2 hours into the story to even find them. It's like, geez.
You didn't remember where they were?
The game came out in 2013. How embarrassing. I couldn't remember. Yeah, but those are 2 videos I really want to do this year. And there's more, but like right now, I think that's enough to say.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not thinking about individual projects, but I do want to just completely revamp PC GPU reviews. We've talked about this in the past. I think the way people are using their GPUs isn't the way that's being reflected in reviews, which is, kind of almost what was being discussed earlier by some guy person there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I'd like to do. I think we need to crack the whole VRR in YouTube scenario. And proper VRR measurement, because I'm not happy with the way that's working at the moment, but it's of crucial importance because I think certainly with our audience, a lot of people do have VRR displays now. And I think you sort of raised it in Prince of Persia quite well, John, where in the 120 hertz mode, Series X runs faster than PlayStation, but in the real world, you're talking about a 1 millisecond per frame difference on frame time, and it's basically, you can't really see it in a VRR
you can't see it at all.
We've got to kind of move with the times there. I'd like to revamp our whole pipeline on performance analysis in terms of getting the data quickly and just optimizing workflows. So it's not really sort of video related, but definitely related to what we're doing here at Digital Foundry.
Your new ideas for benchmarking GPUs, man, it's revolutionary. This, like the drop test especially, like I've never seen anything like it. The idea of like bringing it up to the top of that one building near your house and just whichever GPU hits the ground first gets there the fastest.
It's game changing,
right? Like nobody's done this, not even Linus. So I think we're onto something.
I'm even upscaling my house for increased drop distances.
Exactly.
Upscaling my house.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good, John.
Yeah, it's very good. I honestly thought you were talking about the frame drop stuff in the
I know. I was like,
2077
that's amazing.
Video there, but you've evolved the concept to the next level.
The actual next
drops.
level.
Exactly.
That could be part of your display testing, John. Form all of these relationships with display manufacturers and then drop their displays off the top of the building.
Like, does it blend Digital Foundry almost?
Yes.
Bad.
Does it fly? It could
PlayStation 5.
Could be presented by Clarence Boddicker.
Let's see how bendable this OLED really is.